Welcome back everybody. I am Mohib, your trainer for the entire series in Code with Mohib YouTube channel. In the last video, we talked about template, how to create a template and what a template is, and how to configure template file inside setting.py module of project. And you know that in the last video, we talked about creating template in project level, but not in application level. In this video, I will teach you how to create template inside application. Like you have multiple applications inside a project, and for each project, for each application, you would like to create a template file or a template folder in which we have our template files like HTML5, CSS files, JavaScript files, and images. Creating template inside an application or inside applications of project makes the project very independent, or makes the application independent in case you would like to bring some changes inside applications or modify applications. Then it would be quite easy to handle the project and applications. So without wasting much time, let's jump into today's class. But before that, don't forget to subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon to get notified when a new video is uploaded. In order to talk about how to create template inside application or how to create template inside applications, there are some certain steps to follow, but they are quite easy, and I'll just write down the steps. I'll follow these steps. We'll create our project, and inside project we'll create our applications. I'll create one application or multiple applications. It is as per needed. For example, if you want to create an application, that's up to you, or if you want to create multiple applications. There's no point to be bothered about it. So create our application, and after that creating application will the fourth step will install or configure applications inside project. We'll do this one. The fifth step, this is the third step, and this is the fourth step. Sorry, yeah, that's the third step. This is the fourth step. Okay, so I'll create templates or template folder inside applications. Create template folders inside applications, and after that, what we have to do at number 5 is that we'll configure templates inside applications or inside project. We have to configure the templates inside project, not inside application, because we are talking about the settings.py module of the project. We'll configure there. These are the steps to follow, and after that, what we have to do is this. Step number 6 is to write code. We'll write the code inside templates inside view. Step number 7 is to create URLs for applications, URLs.py modules of applications. And the number 8 is to create or configure URLs.py modules of applications inside project. URLs.py module. We'll do this. These are the 8 steps that we will follow, but our main topic is about creating templates folder inside application and how to configure them inside project. These are the main things that we are going to talk about. I'll save this photo, I'll save this image on desktop. I'll write steps, I'll save this one. And next, now from this step we will continue what to do. So the first step, I have to create a project. To create a project, first I'll create a folder here. Inside this folder I create my project. I'll call this Django project. You can call this any name you want. Now inside this project, Django project, I would like to create my project. In the last video we created a university project. Inside university project, if you remember, we created course application, and also another application by the name of fee application, if you remember. Now the same thing I'm doing here. So I'll open my Visual Code. Now the first thing is here, go to view and click on templates, terminal. And first of all, you can see that we have to change directory to desktop, cd desktop. I'm desktop level. So now on desktop I have to go to the Django project folder, cd Django project folder, and now here I have to create my project. To create my project, I have to write Django-admin start project. I'll call this university project, I'll call this university. That's it. Or you can call it a university project, anything you would like. Now you can see that inside my Django project, I have created my university project, and this is the inner project, this is the inner folder, and this is the outer folder of university project, and this is the inner folder or the inner project folder of my application, my project. I have to come inside this university project, and because here is my manage.py file, so I have to run this file in order to create my application. So now you can see that I'm inside Django project folder. Now we have to change the directory to university project. Now you can see that I'm inside Django project. Inside Django project, I am inside university project, and as you can see, you can just list this one, and you can see that this is my university directory, and this okay, and this is the manage.py module of my application, my project. So I have to run this one in order to create my application. To create my application, I'll write python manage.py, and I will write start app. I'll call this as course. So you can see that the first project, the first application is created, course. I'll follow the same steps I followed in the previous video where I created a course application and also fee application. Now the next one is to run it again, python manage.py start app. I'll create another application that's called fee, and you can see that I have also created my fee project as well, application as well. Now the next step is here that as I told you here, that first we'll create our project, create our application or applications. I did this one. Now install or configure applications inside project. To install applications inside project, as you know that let me first open my open folder. Which folder? Desktop. And desktop here, university. I'll open this one, and inside this you can see that these are the two applications I created inside my project. Now I have to configure these two applications inside my project. So these are the two applications I have created. Now I have to configure or add these two applications inside my project, and you remember that we have to go to our settings.py module, and inside this one there is a variable of type list, that is installed apps. So here we can add them, and the first one is course, and the second one is fee application. So these are the two applications we created and configured inside our project. So step number 4 is here that we create template folder inside applications. So in the last video I created here, which was in project level, but today in this video we talk about creating template files or creating templates inside application or in application level. So for that reason, this is my first application, that is course, and this is my second application, that is fee. Now we are creating our templates here inside application. To do that one, I'll first select my first application, and once the first application is selected, now just click on this create folder, or you can just right click here and go and new folder you can create. Both function the same. You can click here, I'll write this one templates, and make sure that you have added is at the end of this folder, because once this is not there, then it will you will get an error. So this is my first one, and you can see that this is the second application. Here also I have to create my templates. To do that one, just click here and write templates, and once again I would like to mention that do not forget about is, so make sure that is also typed here. So templates and hit enter. Now, as I told you before or at the beginning of the video, that inside templates we have to have our HTML files, CSS files, JavaScript files, images, and all these things. So I would like to say that now in the template. In the template, we have to, in the templates folder, we have to create different folders. For example, one folder inside this template folder, we have to create different folders. The first folder for HTML file, for HTML files, where we have to put all my HTML files. One folder for all CSS files, where I have to put all my CSS files and Bootstrap files. One folder for JavaScript files, where I have to put all my JavaScript files, and one folder for images, where I have to keep all my images related to my application. So these are the folders that we have to create. Now, as my application is called course, so for HTML files, you can create you can create folder with any name. It is optional, but it is recommended to create folder for HTML files in the name of your application. For example, my application name is course, so here I create another folder by the name of course. So inside that folder, I'll put all my HTML files. The same thing here in the second application. This is my templates file. Inside templates files, what I have to do is that I have to create different folders. For example, one folder for HTML files, and one folder for CSS files, one folder for JavaScript files, one folder for images. I have images, I have to keep all my images related to my application here. Once again, I would like to say that here we can create the folder with any name in order to keep all our HTML files. You can name any valid Python name you would like to select for your folder, but it is recommended that with the name of your application you name your folder for HTML files. So here my application name is fee, so here I'll create one folder by name of fee, and inside that I'll put or keep all my HTML files related to my application. Now let's do that one from the first application. So this is here. So this is, once I select, you can right click and go to create folder, or you can click from here. Both are same. So I'll write my application name is course. I'll write course. Inside this course, I'll keep all my HTML files. And now we have to create another folder for CSS files, one for JavaScript files, one for images. But do remember that this one should not be underlined. If you can see that this course folder is underlined, once I click here, now the folder will be created inside course folder. To avoid this headache, what we have to do is just click on this one. Then now you can see that templates folder is underlined. Now when I create folder, it will be created inside templates folder. If I select this one, when I click on folder, now the folder will be created inside course folder. So this one should be selected. So make sure that this one is selected. So now let me click on this one. I'll write CSS. Now you can see that inside my templates I have a folder by the name of course. I have a folder by the name of CSS. Now again I select this one. I'll just right click and create folder. J is for JavaScript, create folder, and I'll create for images like this one. You can see that inside my templates I have all these folders, one for HTML files, one for CSS files, one for images, one for JavaScript. The same thing I'll follow with my second application, that is the fee. So here I'll select this one and I click and fee. Here I'll keep all my HTML files, and again I'll select this one, right click and CSS, and the next one JavaScript, and JavaScript is for JavaScript. Again, next one is for images. I'll talk about how to add images, CSS, JavaScript, that we'll talk later. But today topic is about how to create templates inside application. Now that we created templates inside application, so for creating template inside application is quite easy. There is no much thing to do that like we did in our creating template in project level. So we created one variable at the top of our settings.py, and then we added that variable inside dir. Is, if you remember, here inside this one, I'll come here. So here, if you remember, in the last video we created one variable here, and we addressed our templates, and then inside templates we added the created variable here, if you remember. But when you create templates in application level, there's nothing to do about that one. The only thing is here that make sure that this application underscore dirs or application directories, this dictionary value is true, and you can see that it is a dictionary type. It is a dictionary type, and this is the key and this is the value. So make sure that this app underscore dirs value is true. By default, when you create an app, when you create the project, it is true. But in case creating templates inside application, then make sure that this is true. Once check this one. So there's nothing more about that one to do. Now what we have to do here is that we'll create our HTML files. Now let's go to course, and here I'll inside this one I'll create my file. I'll call this one home.html, and the next file also you can create. There's no problem. That's enough for me. So I'll just write here, I'll just keep here h1, and I'll call this one welcome to university. Welcome to so and so university, ABC university. That's it. University. That's inside my home page. And inside fee application, I'll go to templates. Inside this fee, I'll create one file, and I'll call this one as fee, or yeah, I'll call this one fee.html. That's it. Or you can call any name you would like. Here I will just type this one. Inside this, I'll create a file by the name of register.html or register fee.html, registration fee. And I call this, I'll just write a name, I'll just text here, I'll write a text here, and simply I'll write to register, please fill in the form. That's it. And then we'll talk about the remaining. Just I have written this text so that you can see that register fee page is loaded, and I have simply written this text so that you can see that this page is loaded. Now the next step is here that okay, we created our project application and configured the application inside project. We created our templates, configured templates inside project that was inside apps_dir. If you remember, in settings.py file, apps._dirs or app_directories. That is, the value is true. Write code. I have written the code here. That's enough. Now let's create our views. Oh, our views. It's a more important part. Create our views. Inside this course application, I'll come to view. As before, I'll write one view I'll create one function, diff show home. I'll call this a show home page, and the first parameter is request. Now return a render, and the first parameter is again request, and the second parameter is the page. This HTML page is inside course app folder. Inside course folder, I have home.html. You can see that this is a course folder. Inside this one, my home.html. So this course refers to which one? This folder, that is course, and inside the slash means inside that one we have what? We have home.html, and this is my home.html. In case you do not have this folder, course folder, if you don't have this one, then you don't need to write this one. You just simply write, no slash, just write home.html. That's it. But we have this one, so I write this one. The remaining parameters like context, the status, and so on, they are optional. I'll talk about this in detail. Inside detail, we'll talk about that one inside Django template language. We'll talk about that one. So this is the first one we have created. Now what I have to do is that let's do the same thing here in fee application. Go to views. Inside views, I'll create diff show, for example, register, show register. I'll request. So the first one, return render. I have talked about complete code in the previous video. If you have not watched, please watch that video again, because I have explained render method in details. What are the parameters? Request, the template name, the context, the the status, and so on. So the first one is request, and second one is our HTML template file, and that HTML template file is inside fee slash. The name of the file is, and you can see here, it is templates. Inside that one is a folder fee, and inside fee we have register fee. Now I have to write register fee.html. Register fee.html. That's it. Okay, now the second, okay, we created our functions inside views, and now what we have to do is to create URLs. We have to create our URLs inside application. So first, let me create here. Inside this one, I have to create a file and call this one urls.py. Inside urls.py, without wasting time, I'll go here and copy this file and copy this one. I'll copy this one. I'll copy the complete path and I'll paste it here. That's it. So I don't need this one. I'll call this one the first parameter. For example, I'll call it as home page, and slash is important. And the second one I'll call views dot. The name of the function is show. Let me first now here first you import your views from dot import views. Now you can see this dot refers to the parent directory. Parent directory is course. You can write course or you can write dot. Dot means this from parent directory. You import view, so it is here in this parent directory, that is course. Inside course, this is view. So you can write course or you can use dot. Now once you do this one, once you write views dot, and once you write views dot, then it will list all the functions and all these things. Which functions would you like to import here? I would like to say that I want show render page, so that's it. So now show render page is addressed here. So this is for the first one. I'll copy this code. What I have to do is I'll copy this one, Control C, copy. Inside fee application also I have to create one file by the name of new file, that's urls.py. So here inside that one I'll paste this one, but this time it is again, it is in parent directory. Parent directory is this, in this case it is fee, because this URLs is inside fee application. So now this dot refers to fee application. We'll import view from this one. Once we write here, okay, the first one I'll just name this one, for example, register page. I don't know. And okay, register page. Here I have written URLs. Home page P is some lowercase. Let me write in uppercase. It doesn't mean that if it is an uppercase, lowercase, it will not load. As the naming convention, it is better to somehow write the first letter of the second, the third, the fourth words in capital, so that it is easy to read. So home, and from here we know that is the second word. So for that reason I have written P in capital. That's called camel case. So home page is the same convention I'll follow with the second one, that's page, register page. So now here I'll write views dot, and now it tells me which function would you like to import. Here I say show register, that's it. So now you know that we created URLs both in application file and in application level. Now we have to come to universe in the project level. Inside project level we have urls.py, and I have given the node here as well. We have the configure inside application, write code, create URLs by modules of application. We did this one. Now create or configure URLs by module of application inside project. Now we have to include that one. Come here and just simply I'll write path, and I'll write home. In this one I have written home, but in URLs, that is inside my application, course application, that is home page. So here I have written home. So home slash comma, we have to write include, and we have to import include as well. Include function include. Now from course application course dot urls, that's it, from course dot urls. So this URL will be imported from course application. The same thing we have to write for the second one, that's path. Now here I will write register. In the URLs that is inside my fee application, it is written URL page. So here I'll say that import from fees application. Now you can see that everything is ready. Now let's send a request. First let's run the server and send a request. But let me clear one thing. So as you can see that we have our URLs in project level, and also we have another urls.py module that is inside application, that is urls.py inside application. So here for course URL I have written home. Then let me write in single quote home slash, and okay, so and so. And inside urls.py inside application I have home page, if you remember, home page, and so and so, views dot show home. And for free application I have a register, and we have the include v URLs. But inside inside URLs module of application, I have a register page, and we have the view and the function name. Now, once we want to send a request, so what it happens that we have to write 127, so, and we have for example, we want to send a request to home page. The first thing what we have to do is that we have to write this one, and then we have to write this one. So what we have to write home slash, and then we have to write home page. Now what it will do that it will send a request to home, and it will come here inside when it comes to urls.py module of project. It will go to home URL, and it will see that we have an include course.urls. So it will refer to urls.py module of the course. It will come to urls.py module of the course application, and inside we have a home page, and in home page we have views.showHome, and it will load that function. In that function we have the first parameter, we have a request. The second parameter, we have course slash home.html, and it will load this page. The same thing if you want to send a request to this register or this inside the fee application, the same scenario will happen. First it will come here, from here it will go to the urls.py module of the fee application, and from there it will load the function. Inside function we have request, and the address of the page is fee slash register fee.html, and it will load that page. So now we have to just let me run the server, and I have to write python manage.py run server. You can see that the server is running, and let me click on this one. The first one is /home page, and you can see welcome to ABC University, and the second one is that is home, that is register page, and you can see that it is loaded. So every page is loading, and that works perfectly. So this is enough for today's class. In the next class we'll discuss further about Django, how to work with CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript as well, and then we'll jump into a small project using the complete knowledge or the complete theories we have done till here and small practices, and then we'll gather all together and create one simple project once we finish our CSS and Bootstrap. So till then, take care and goodbye.